What advice would you give anyone who wants to start their own in their own hometown?
Start a meetup. Do it now. I mean, just get started. That's all. The hardest part is everybody tries to plan. Stop planning. We didn't plan. We basically, what we did was this. We started the meetup. People showed up. We did the founding member. We first agreed, everybody agreed it would be $25 and $50. That was where we started. If you don't have any money, throw in $25 a month. So people started doing it. And then we did so that started getting people to feel like they belonged to something. Then we made the founder thing, which had a time frame. If you didn't put the $300 to be a founder in, 9-month period, actually 6-month period. At the end of that, we had several people who wanted to, but they had missed the date. We said no to their money because everybody realized this was going to succeed and still wanted to start throwing money in. But that getting that founder money will get you enough money probably to get started with a space. And then we did two or three primary things. We wrote a membership agreement, which I have online. You can download it, vetted by lawyers. Write a really liability waiver. Ours effectively says if you cut your arm off, too bad. And we also put a photo waiver in that liability waiver. So if anybody's doing anything in here, we can take pictures of it. So they've signed those. So liability waiver, photo waiver, very important. And integrate with every possible community entity you can, particularly the city, but also things like your local schools. Really important, your K-12, your public schools, not so much your charter schools. The charter schools effectively want to be you. So they're looking for ways to suck off resources from you. Same with your community college, they're probably doing that. We had bad experiences with any for-profit entity out there. Just stick with nonprofits, because you're a nonprofit. Unless you're not. If you're not a nonprofit, you should turn this off now and stop watching me. Because that's not what this is about. This is about building knowledge in a community that's shared among everyone.
As far as, I know you said you're 501c3, there's other things like an LC3 Corp or something like that.
Yeah, it's very similar.
And other benefit corps. Did you weigh the benefits or you just went with 501c3?
No, we decided not to do that, specifically because it created, whenever there's profit associated, people want a piece of it, period. So no profit. Got to be a nonprofit. Plus, we did the 501c3 almost immediately, and you can there is a company that specializes, if you want, I can give you the name, and it's a CPA firm down in Atlanta, Georgia. They do hundreds a week, and they got us our 501c3 in 60 days. So it cost us $800 to the IRS and $500 to them, $1,300, and poof, you're a 501c3. And that all of a sudden makes everything a donation, a write-off. So that's when equipment started showing up. The 501c3 is essential to Makerspace success. If you can't get that, chances are fairly minimal that you'll succeed long term.
That's it.
And I would not do anything that has profit associated with it. Because the second you do that, everyone wants a piece. And then you lose the sense of community, you lose the sharing, you lose volunteer, everything, which is you have to make it work. So I would strongly advise against any for-profit makerspace. There's a thing called Tech Shop.
Yeah. I went and visited a few of those, yeah.
Great idea. Love it. Expensive as hell. I mean, you can, for only $5,000, build your prototype and yourself after months of training and spending money on equipment, basically. And it would cost you $25,000 to have somebody build it for you. But that's their niche is, the 1/2 of people that want to build it themselves and are willing to sit down and develop the skills to do that on a laser cutter, and a 3D printer, and a Arduino program, whatever it is that they're doing. And then at the end, 6 or 9 months later, they've got like the Square. The Square was done that way. It was created in a makerspace by a guy who sat and learned all this stuff and built the first prototypes in a makerspace or in Tech Shop that he was able to then turn into a real business. So there's a place for that, but makerspaces aren't that. They're something else totally different. They can help the manufacturing and industrial world massively, though, in terms of people learning things. Like we have regular classes on all our machines, like our Bridgeport, and we have a Mytech CNC, and a large 4x8 foot shop bot that rocks, all kinds of cool stuff. Plus all the latest stuff. We've got a resin-based 3D printer. We've got several ABS type 3D printers. So pretty much any kind of equipment that you can imagine. We generally are on the cutting edge of it, as well as the old stuff. You know, building a wooden box that has a metal piece, it has an Arduino chip in it, it has a 3D printed, piece to it. Those
Yeah.
things all together become some sort of product, right? But you couldn't do it without all of those pieces.
Yeah, you need this.
All the way through.
You need the mass, a large enough mass of people to support enough tools to actually be able to make, have a wide enough variety to make actual things instead of, you got a wood shop that's great, but you're very limited unless you got, a soldering station and
Yep.
everything else. So
It all goes together. Very synergistic.